That'll never happen. Jeez, why are you interested in seeing me shirtless? If you want, I can take these off.
Stay focused.
Stay focused! Please, no. I trust in the magical sustainability of those clothes, so please keep them on. Besides, you'll stay warmer that way. Is that why Heavenkind wear them? Something like that. I pulled off some of the bread and popped it into my mouth. Care watched briefly with interest before haughtily averting his eyes. Let me guess, you're hungry as well. I don't know what Heavenkind consume, but I don't think I can eat whatever I normally would. As he pursed his lips, I handed him the rest of the bread. He arched his eyebrows in surprise at the offering. It's fine, I had a small breakfast, and I'll be back in very soon. Without bothering to inspect it like he did with the apple tart, Care crammed the bread in his mouth. I stifled a laugh since I had the feeling that dragons had no concept of chewing. Propping an eyebrow on my knee, I watched him with amusement. I was also feeling a little unimpressed with how dismissive he was towards me. Glower? What the hell is glower? Glower at him. I honestly have no clue what that means. I'm not gonna stop to look it up either. So I'm gonna tease him. I lowered my voice to imitate him. Oh, Auralee, I'm so eternally grateful. You're the best that Heavenkind has to offer, and I'm so glad you helped me, fed me, and led me to where I needed to go. Where would I be without your immeasurable kindness? Thank you. Care coughed violently as he tried to respond and failed, and I continued. I feigned a sweet giggle and fluttered my fingers toward him.
You're welcome.
Oh, Care, it was nothing. You're welcome. After pounding his chest, he swallowed loudly. Care tried to speak up.
Shut up!
Shut up, Mom! Whoa. Before he could start, why was there a snapping? Before he could start, I stuffed the last portion of cheese into his mouth. He kept my hand there, and we exchanged a meaningful look. His quizzical stare softened, and I took a step back. It's nothing. You finish eating. I'm going to take a quick walk. I stalked off before he could answer. I approached the riverside, crouched down, and splashed my face with water, rubbing my forehead and cheeks. Then I inhaled deeply and ruffled my hair, careful not to snag on my braid. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. A knight was supposed to be courteous, generous, kind, just honorable, and help those in need. And here I was, struggling to maintain a calm demeanor. There was something about Care's attitude that always got me worked up. Well, that and him showing some gratitude would be nice. Or was it wrong for me to seek it in the first place? I still have a long way to go before I'm more like Mom. How does she do it? I grabbed a flat, polished rock and stood up, throwing and catching it a few times while I pondered what to do next. Throw it, of course. So in the air, it turns into like this triangle shape, and when she catches it, it's a circle. First things first, Carol will return to Barrow with me. We'll need to stock up on supplies and figure out where the next altar is. Like, I tossed the rock up and caught it again. Microphone, please. Microphone, please. Please. Does he expect me to travel with him the whole time, or until Oliver? I wonder if I'm mentally prepared for this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Gripping the stone, I threw it into the water at an angle. It skipped it 2 times before disappearing completely. I bit my lip, not pleased with my 3-hop achievement. I could probably get 7 rebounds on a good day. I should get back. I wonder if Care already got impatient and left. What the fuck? Just as I turned to leave, I heard a loud splash. Immediately whirled around, unsheathed my sword. I angled the blade upward and widened my stance. Bursting from the water was a large serpent-like dragon with a translucent bridge down its back. You hit the dragon with your skipping stone. Nice going. It flapped its wing-like fins, head extended beyond the shore. I grit my teeth, searching for a weak point, but kept my distance. Tightening my grasp on the sword, I looked the dragon directly in the eye. I recoiled when I saw my weapon, withdrawing its head, but made no further movements. It didn't appear to be hostile. Slowly sheathed my sword, but kept a firm grip on its hilt. A mist formed around the dragon, and I stepped back, unsure of whether to retreat or wait. It seemed to vanish as the mist overtook it. I squinted. Moments later, I spotted a rather hazy figure. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I blinked as a lithe, heavenkind person appeared before me. He had similar ears as the water dragon, so I could safely assume they were one and the same. He also had a brilliant teal-colored hair, which I'd never seen before. He fidgeted with his hands and gave me an apologetic look.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? I didn't mean to frighten you. His wide eyes disarmed me completely, and I could only wave my hands frantically to assure him. Oh, sorry about that. Oh no, it's fine. I didn't mean to threaten you with my sword. It's just sort of instinctive, and it's what the fuck? What the fuck? It's understandable. You don't know what my intentions were. I probably looked intimidating. What the fuck? You both stopped and exchanged an awkward smile. Ha 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 ha. I gave a hearty laugh as he smiled back at me. At first, it was a giggle, but I soon started laughing, then rubbed the back of my head sheepishly. Ha 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 ha. He joined in with his own gentle chuckle, and any tension we felt from our rather intense encounter dissolved instantly. So, what are you here for? Oh, I'm looking for someone. You should be around here, and you would have unique ears like mine, and you mean Care. Are you Care's master? His eyes widened. Me? Oh, no, I'm actually a pupil for someone else, but I know his master well. He raised his arms and glanced at the sleeves, tugging on them before inspecting the rest of his clothes. It was then that I could see his long hair tumbled over his shoulders, complete with a flowing purple ribbon. You look fine. You even transformed with a braid already in place. That's cute. He grinned cheerfully, seemingly pleased with himself.
Thank you.
Having girl, there you are. I have a name, douchebag. Care approached us petulantly and gave the new boy a supercilious. He glared at him. The boy balked slightly and glanced shyly away.
The hell?
I heard a large splash and came to check. Who are you? I'm Ilmari. We've met a few times. Care gazed at him so intently that Ilmari squirmed uneasily. Dot. What's with that face? Nope, I don't know you. Did you find me anyways, Ilmari?
Well...
I overheard our masters talking, and Master Bedros mentioned you, He groaned loudly. Let me guess. They sent you. Sure, sent me to supervise your assignment.
I'll go.
So please, take me with you. I'll go doesn't really fit in that. There. Kara and I exchanged glances. Look, Ellie. Ilmari. Whatever.
I don't need your help.
I don't need your help. This isn't exactly something I want to do, nor do I want more company to slow me down unless you can fly. Ilmari's face fell. And can instantly take me to the next altar. I'm not interested. Go back and tell our masters I can handle this myself. But, I sighed and stepped in, raising a hand to touch Kara's shoulder. You don't need to. Why is that like a slapping sound? Care flinched from the physical contact, and I mentally kicked myself for forgetting already. Right, no touchy. Anyway, I think Ilmari will prove useful. He did say the masters wanted this, right? They placed their trust in him for a reason. Ilmari shifted his eyes and glanced at the ground. Right. That's
I promise.
That's what they said. I promise I won't be a burden. If I am, well, I can go back. Care grumbled and merely walked downstream, waving dismissively.
I don't care.
I don't care. Do what you want. Just promise you won't lecture me or do any of that nonsense. I already get enough of it. Promise. Whoa. Ilmari's smile was so bright that I couldn't help but grin as well. I turned to him, offered a hand. He tilted his head quizzically. Looks like we'll be traveling companions, at least for a while. This is an offer to shake hands. It's a greeting between Havenkind. Haven? I keep wanting to say it's Havenkind because it's one word, but I think it should be Heavenkind. But Havenkind makes more sense. Ilmari extended his hand and I gave a firm shake. Pleased to meet you, I'm Auralee. Pleased to meet you too.
Thank you.
And thank you for convincing Care. Thank you. Pardon?
Thanks.
You have no idea how long it's been waiting to hear those words. You and I will get along just fine. How do I go back? Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna press this button. No, that brings up the menu. What is this? That brings up the menu as well. All of these bring up the menu. How do I? Oh, mouse wheel. It's the mouse wheel. Figured it out. Swimmingly. Swimmingly? He glanced back at the river, then chuckled. Is this Heavenkind humor? Something like that. But it usually elicits more groans than laughter. Come on, we should probably get going before Kara decides to ditch us both. I don't have any more food to lure him back. About food and Heavenkind needs. I researched a bit, but I'm not completely familiar. Don't worry, my dad makes food for a living, so you'll learn a lot about it. He nodded happily. With that, we quickened our pace before Kara could yell at us to hurry. I wonder how they'll react to entering a Havenkind town. Okay, so on the page, on the website, what is this? This is Chapter 3, Barry. On the website, they said, oh, you can finish a single route in an hour. And it's been like 3 minutes to an hour already. And we're just at the beginning. So I'm pretty sure that was false. Like, if you fucking speed read like a madman, you could probably get through it in like 2 hours. I don't see that happening in an hour. We arrived late afternoon. Barry was a small farming community nestled by the riverbank, perfectly situated between large cities. It had at least 3 dozen houses, many of their own farmland, and sprawling orchards beyond the river. Of course, it also had an inn for travelers, which was becoming more popular thanks to the improved roads. Wow! Ilmari seemed thrilled, gasping over every little thing while his eyes excitedly darted from one house to the next. Chh! Kara simply rolled his eyes and remained withdrawn as we walked towards the family's house. The family's house? I admit I was concerned. Ears weren't exactly natural, and Ilmari's hair color was strikingly even from a distance. There were a few people who passed and gave curious glances, but then relaxed when they saw that I was accompanying the boys. You knew everyone in Barry, especially if you lived here for most of your life. When we reached my house, I notioned over to Ilmari and Care. Can you two just wait here for a bit? I need to talk to my parents first. I can't just invite strangers in. Is it some kind of Heavenkind formality? Yeah, formality. Something like that. That's why I'm important you two don't wander off. Right. ... I mean it. I opened the door and closed it behind me, stepping into the cozy room. Mom? Dad? Hope they didn't leave to search for me. That would be partially my fault. Aura? Ha 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 ha. Mom! I was embraced in a tight hug. My mother worryingly checked my face before stepping back. Where were you? Your dad got all anxious and I kept telling him you would be alright. But when night came, so apparently her mom is named Lady Bayard.